Hi, today I'm going to show you how you can use the new feature in vCloud Director 1.5 called blocking task extensions. For this purpose, I'm going to implement a very simple scenario. When a user creates or tries to create a vApp, the request is not automatically completed, but instead a notification mail is sent to his manager asking him to approve or disapprove the vApp creation. So, first we have to log into vCloud Director as administrator. And enable the blocking notifications. In this demo we are going to handle only the build new vApp tasks, so we check them, and also we need to have an AMQP server configured and set up properly. This is already done for this server. So for the demo we have also created an organization called myOrg. The interesting thing about it is that we have connected it to already existing LDApp instance. This is very useful later because the users log in using this LDApp, and also we use this same LDApp instance to find the manager of the user. So now let's log in as a user into this myOrg organization and try to create a new vApp. We give it a name, for example web server, and also provide a short description. Like this, but we don't yet click on finish. Now let's go to the vCenter Orchestrator and see how we handle the blocked tasks. For this purpose we are going to need the three plugins: HTTP REST, AMQP, and Active Directory. We use AMQP in order to receive the blocked tasks from the vCloud Director, and HTTP REST plugin is used for communicating with vCloud Director over its RESTful API. And we use the Active Directory plugin in order to find the user's email, the user's manager, and also the manager's email, so that we can send him a notification letter. If we go to workflow, we see this handle vCloud tasks workflow. It handles the blocked vApp creation request. It's very simple workflow and consists of 5 steps. First, after receiving the message from the vCloud, we process the message, extracting the necessary information for the user and for the vApp. Then we send an email to the manager of the user using the email plugin in vCenter Orchestrator. And after we send the email, we block for input from the manager using the user interaction component from vCenter Orchestrator. After the manager approves or disapproves the operation, we connect to the vCloud again, and using the REST plugin, we unblock the blocked task. But how do we make it possible to invoke a workflow after a message is received? Very simple, using the vCenter feature called policies. Basically, policies allows you to execute a workflow whenever an external event occurs. And in our case, the external event is simply a message being received on the vCloud queue. So let's finish this request. We see that it's in the processing state. If we go back to the vCenter Orchestrator, we notice a workflow that is being executed, Actually, it was triggered by this blocking request. And now the workflow is suspending, waiting for the user, for the manager, to acknowledge the request. We know we have email received, so let's check our inbox. There it is. In the email we have sent a very simple description of the request that is being done, information about the VApp, its description, and the requester's name. But there is also a link, and clicking it, the manager is brought to a web page where he can approve or reject this VApp creation. Let's approve this request, providing a simple message. When we click approve, the workflow in the vCenter Orchestrator is unblocked, and also is the VApp creation request. We see that the creation of the web server VApp is now complete, and it's currently stopped. Also, the workflow in the vCenter Orchestrator is completed successfully. Now let's try again, but this time the manager is not going to accept the VApp creation request. Let's request another VApp. Basically, we do the same thing as a user. The request is in the processing state until the manager unblocks it. We see in the vCenter Orchestrator that there is a second instance of the workflow running that is now also blocked. When we checked our email again, we must have a second email about the second VApp creation request. Here the link is different and it brings us to another page. As I said, we are going to reject this request, but also need to provide some explanation. We reject it, and if we go back to the vCloud, we see that our request is not visible because it was just rejected, and we are still having just one web server VApp. While for the vCenter Orchestrator, we see that the second time the workflow is executed successfully. So this is the end of the demo. We showed you how you can very easily integrate vCloud into your process using vCenter Orchestrator.